this next segment, I wanted to spend a few minutes talking about this. I sent it over to you, our friends at Lake Expo, Nathan Bechtold. He worked with Lake of the Ozarks Lifestyle, Jeff Eitzer. Go check him out on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and his Facebook group. But they did a top 10 series, right? Like top 10 boating stories, top 10 economy stories from 2024, and then top 10 craziest stories at Lake of the Ozarks. And so I sent that over to you, and we both watched that. And, this just kind of shows how big the Lake of the Ozarks is getting, that in one calendar year, you have this many massive headlines, whereas historically, any of these 10 headlines would have been like the biggest headline maybe in 4 or 5 years. So in these 10, Jace, let's start with one. Did you see the big bass, the $100,000 fish that got fried? You see that?
That bothered me deeply. For one, I don't think
You
largemouth
fished, right?
bass. Yeah, I do fish a little bit, and I have some friends that are, that's what they do is they go fishing. And first and foremost, largemouth bass is not that tasty. So for that guy to just catch it and eat it, that's incredible to me. Second off, if you do catch something like that, you're not eating it. You're gonna put it on a wall somewhere. Or, and after that guy asked him, "Hey man, please don't catch that. That's gonna win me a lot of money. That's the biggest bass that'll ever be caught here. That has ever been caught during this competition." And the dude ate it. That blows my mind. Blows my mind.
Yeah, that's the first I heard of bass being edible or being eaten. So I didn't even know that was possible. That was heartbreaking for the and the honesty, right? Because twice they hooked him on the outside, which I didn't even, they call foul hook
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
twice and put him back. Like, love the honesty, even if it costs you $100,000. All right. So the second one, toll bridge jumpers both lived crazy. First I thought that was you and Hunter, that maybe.
No, I may or may not know who it was. I'll plead the
Allegedly, may or may
alleged.
not.
Exactly. It at least makes me sound cool. But there's been plenty of bridge jumpers, but the fact that they had to execute a plan, have some buddies be down there with jet skis so they could skirt off into the sunset. Um, I don't know how you can plan something that smart, but then still be dumb enough to jump off the bridge. That's a weird dichotomy there, but good for them. They made the headline.
Sure. Sure. All right. Not going to spend a whole lot of time on two plane crashes. Everyone lives with all the crazy plane incidents going on right now. Won't give too much time to that. But with the growing of the airport here locally, I mean, we're going to see more traffic in and out, aviation traffic in and out. And so, I'm not trying to be morbid or anything, but there's chances for more of that as far as more traffic coming to Lake of the Ozarks. So, knock on wood, hopefully that doesn't happen. But I just noticed recently there's a lot of aviation stuff going on here.
Hmm. There is
All right.
absolutely. I mean, you're having more interest here in the lake with people with money, and they're flying in on their big jets.
Yeah. All right. Number four, not going to even give it any time. Circumcision gone wrong. What in the world? That's just nuts.
Made me
Number
sick.
five. Yeah, indeed. Number five, boat explodes inside building. It was a miracle this guy lived. Shout out to Tegan Pasley. She went out and got photos with Lake Expo. But working on a boat inside the shop and it blows up. I was just shocked and thankful that guy lived.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm surprised I didn't hear about that when that happened, but I saw the pictures. It looked like almost a cartoon with the hole blown through the roof. And yeah, how was that guy working on the vessel when it goes kaboom, destroys the roof, but he's okay. Uh, yeah, he definitely had an angel looking over him that day.
Indeed, my friend. All right, drunk school bus driver, Camden School District. Kids calling and texting, help us. One of the craziest situations. The drivers pulled over with the kids on the bus and arrested. Over 20 felony counts initially. Just nuts, right?
Absolutely nuts and careless. And I hope that that person gets the fullest extent of the law. That is absolutely wrong. And what really makes me mad about it is how many great bus drivers there are, how many people there are that really pour their heart and soul into that. And they take pride in getting those kids home safe. And then you have one headline like this. that really puts a damper on all of that. I think people can take a step back and realize, that's not all the bus drivers. There's a
Yeah,
lot of really, really good ones out there that really care about your kids getting home safe. So as sad and as irritating as this is, let's not let that uh, change the way you look at all the other bus drivers.
sure. Yeah, one bad apple. All right, $2.8 million embezzled from a local business. Just nuts. Number eight, waitress pulled into the lake in a dine and dash. That one goes viral. Leanna Bartels. Crazy. Number nine, this one was cool. Legend of the Bear Wrestling, Osage Wrestling coach, Dennis Henley. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that. But 800-pound bear is what they said. That's ridiculous. I
Was it
guess
declawed and were his teeth taken out? Like, explain
I
this to
would
me.
I would hope. I didn't dive into it as much as I should have, but people
I
don't
didn't
realize
either,
how
but
strong those animals are. But they have not, since made a law to specifically outlaw bear wrestling in the state of Missouri, so that's why we don't see it anymore.
and if you wonder why, it very well could be former Osage wrestling coach Dennis Hensley. You always wonder about those warning messages, like on products, right? Like, do not take orally. Like, who was the guy or gal that led to this warning? Well, in this instance, for that bear wrestling law, it was Osage coach Dennis Henley. What a man. Okay.
Incredible.
Unbelievable. All right. Number 10. I don't know if you've seen it. If you haven't, you need to get HBO Max, the HBO docu-series, Tanya Haddock's Chimp Crazy. Did you watch it?
I did not watch it. I remember watching shows growing up where people had pet monkeys, or Jane Goodall going out into the rainforest and hanging out with the monkeys. Um, wow, incredible! I always thought
It's right
monkeys were
here.
cool.
It's right
Yeah,
up the road from here, like my house right here on MMNTT. That's just wild. But that she's still around. I mean, she did an interview with Lake Expo a couple of years ago or a year ago, and it was like after that docu series had been shot. It hadn't aired yet, but just crazy. So big shout out to Jeff Beiser. You got to go check out Lake of the Ozarks Lifestyle again, and of course our guy Nathan Bechtold with Lake Expo. 10 of the craziest headlines of the year.